Hi, good morning, everybody. Let me do a little introduction. So today we're gonna begin lesson 5, but before I wanna point out something very important. So guys, this ellipse, it's a green circle, right? Now, 200, 200, 200, and 200. Those are the numbers. These two are x and y. This is a width. This is a height. If you want to make it like a oval, not a circle, you might want to change the width to 100, and then you will see that it becomes an oval. Now, what I want to point out is these are static numbers. What is static number? What is static? Static means stable, doesn't stay, doesn't move. Same number, right? For example, what number in your life is stable, guys? Doesn't change. Give me an example of a number that does not change in someone's life. Birth year, exactly. Your birth year never changes. It's the same, right? Now, for this circle, look, guys, it is on 200, right? It's like pinned there. But what if I want to move it to the right? What do I change? If I want to make it move to the right side of the screen, what am I supposed to change here, guys? The x, is it going to be bigger number or smaller number? It's bigger, right? Yes, David, you're right. Thank you. So if it's moving to the right, it's bigger, right? So I'll make it, let's say 300, and then you're going to see that circle is moving to the right. But the question here is, this is for, oh, you weren't seeing it, guys. I apologize. So I was talking about these numbers. This number is x. All right. So as I said, today we're going to start lesson 5. So variables. Variables play a crucial role in anything that related to computers. Absolutely anything. Okay, for instance, you launch a missile, all right, from one point, targeting another point. And then, so when you launch a missile, missile's elevation and then distance from the launching point is constantly changing, right? It's going to get farther from the point. And it's going to maybe at some point it's going to be getting higher, and it's going to go lower depending on you where you shoot it at, right? So this x and y are variables, all right, and then you are able to change it. Now, let's look into the prediction and then see what we have in here. So the prediction. Now, please decode below and make, so let's read it and make a prediction. So I declare the variable var. You haven't learned it yet, but var means variable. Okay, variable x position equals 8. I'm telling that my x position of my ellipse is 50. And instead of using a number in here, I'm using a variable this time. Why? So prediction wasn't recorded. Now I am on task number 2. This level follows a video that you may have watched with your class. If you missed the video, you can watch it in help. But let me see what video it is. Variables. All right, let's watch this video. Okay, so this was a prediction. So first 2 are predictions, and I gave away the answer to the second one. So you can, as you can predict, thank you, Roger. As you can predict, as Roger predicted, it's going to be on the right upper corner. So, and then specifically on 300 and then 100. If you put your mouse pointer in the middle of the circle, you will see the coordinates in here. And then those are like 300 and 100 was very millimetric mistakes because I'm not able to put it there. Like physically, I can't do it. But just, yeah, I'm not a computer. It is very millimetric. Now, moving on to task number 3. So task number 3, let's see what it's, what's the instructions on this. Okay, I'm reading the instructions. Changing variables. So update the value of the variable below so the ellipse is drawn in the bottom center of the screen. So this is the screen, and our circle has to be here. So what should be changed? So what do we change here? We change the numbers in here, right? You could change numbers in here as well. But computer says change it in a variable. Now, what are the coordinates of this location? And let's do a little prediction. So as we did draw on the table, on the desk, so I said that it would have been somewhere in here. So we anticipated to be 180. And then this one, we said it would be 300, right? Let's see. Yeah, kind of. Close enough. All right. As you can see, it is 180 and 300. Moving forward to task number 4, which is skill building. Finishing it. All right. So task number 4, debug naming variables. So clearly there is a mistake here. Okay, let's try to understand the mistake. So when you guys run this, nothing will happen because it says the debug console. There's an error on line 3. So I have to locate line 3. What is wrong with it? Reset. Okay, if you guys look, we can. All right, I'm not able to switch to block. If you guys look at the variable names, let me do this. Let me move this here. Okay. Now, so I declared 3 different variables. First variable is size of circle. Second is L dimension, and then Y location. 3 variables, right? And I'm used them in an ellipse. So says there's a mistake on line 3. If you guys look at the names, you see Y location and then Y location here. What do you think is the mistake here? I have this and I have that. Variables are case sensitive, right? So what's the mistake? The Y, right? So in here it is capital. In here is a lowercase, right? So we change either one. We either make this one lowercase or we make this one capital. Let's make this one lowercase. Lowercase. Y location, and then run this again. And it said there's another mistake. Okay. So Y location and Y location. What's the other mistake? Location. I think there's no more mistakes. Y location. Y location. Yeah. There shouldn't be any mistakes now. Y in 3. No, there's no mistake, guys. You can move forward. Okay. Let me pause this. So again, I did not read this part. It says we cannot have labels. There cannot be spaces. Labels can't start with a number. Capitalization and spelling must be exactly the same, meaning case sensitive. Okay. Now, size of circle has a space. So instead of space, we could have used underscore sign. That would be possible. Okay, underscore. And then we fix dimension. Instead of 1, we put L. And then we fix this one as well. And now we need to make sure this names match in here. So dimensions, L dimension matches, Y location matches. But here we need to use underscore. It has to be exactly the same name as in the variable that is declared in line 1. Okay, I'm fixing the mistakes, correcting the replacing space with underscore. Let's see if it's gonna work now. Run. Yes, it works now. So you see, name variables match, There is no spacing, and then none of the variables start with number. So when we make sure all this match, then the shape is gonna appear. Okay. I'm pausing it. Task 5. So we click on finish. Now it's gonna allow us to mark it done because we fixed the mistake. Now task 5. So using variable many times. This program has only one variable called pencil size, but it uses it 8 different times. This makes it easy to quickly make lots of changes to how your picture is drawn. So you guys here, this is a very good practice. So here, let's look at the codes here, and then we used no stroke, meaning there will be no outlines, right? And then background is gonna be forest green. So let me run this. Yeah, forest green. And after that, I have how many ellipses? 1, 2, 3, 4, and I have another one, 5 here. For this 4, we use what color? Red. So those represent the petals of the flower, right? And the one is black, that represents the center of the flower, right? Now, as you can see, for the locations, X, Y, X, Y, X, Y, X, Y, it's static numbers, nothing changes, just numbers. But instead of widths and heights, they used variables. So they use variables in each of these ellipses, in each of them, except the one in the middle. The one in the middle is not going to change. But the petals of the flower will change depending on what number you assign here. You see, petal size is 50. So look what happens if I make it into 100. So if I change 50 to 100, each of the circles, width and height will be 100 and 100 automatically, because that's what computer does. It gets this number and then applies them here, 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 and here. So let's see what's going to happen. Let's change this to 100 and look at the picture. It is going to be different this time. All right. Let's see what we did. Where I made a mistake. Petal size. Oh, it's missing one parameter. Here. It's missing one parameter. All right. Did I erase it by mistake? Oh, yeah. Here. There are 3 in here. Okay. There. So, petal. And this is misspelled. Petal size. Petal size. And this one is misspelled too. Look, I need to fix them. Petal size. Yeah, now it is correct. Petal size, missing L. Okay, let's run this. So you see it looks different now. So it was 50, I did 100. Let's try 80. And his 80 looks much different, right? Let's try it 70. 7. With 7, it's gonna look much different. So what is the best what's the best value, guys? Let's try 60. Yes, I think it's, let's try 65. 5 semicolon. Yeah, I guess you're right, Roger. 7 is a better number. Here. Okay. So you see, if I relate, relate my variable to other variables, parameters, I'm able to change a lot of things at once. Because otherwise, I would have to go to every single petal and circle and then change their parameters one by one, which would take a long time, right? Instead, I used variables for width and height in every single. And then when I change number 1 here, it's going to affect all of them at once. That's the beauty of using variables. That's how variable makes it very practical to perform for certain programming tasks. So on number 6, we are given a bunch of activities we want to use. Guys, I strongly suggest do all of them, but again, if you guys do one, I give you full credit, okay? But if you do all, you will definitely benefit. Now, let me try to work with this one, debug adding variables with for traffic lights. All right, so running it. Seems like there's a problem here. So let's see what's the problem. If you read the debug console, it says line 8, fill color. Okay, so, all right, first of all, the name of the variables are missing. So look, 100. I think it's size. So let's rename to size. So let's put the size. Okay, and then, sorry, misspelled it, size. And then green, red, and orange, I think those represent the colors. So color 1. So what's the number color on the top? Red. So I have to name red color 1 because it has to be on the top. So color 1. What comes the second color? It is orange. Then I need to name orange color 2. Why color 2? Because it's been used here already. You see color 2. And then the last one is green. So I have to use it color 3 because color 3 has been used here. So I'm naming it color 3. Color 3. All right, let's run this now and see. There we go. It worked. So what we did here is the names of the variables were missing. I just named them appropriately so that I have this correct order: red, orange, and green. And then again, how I know the order? If you look down here, it says, so the first ellipse is the one on the top, which has to be red. That's why we named this one color 1 next to the red color here. And then second ellipse is orange. So for orange, we have second color 2. So I have to name orange 1 color 2, and so on. All right, I'm going to conclude it today. Thank you, guys. Please watch the video if you need to. You actually don't need it because if you guys read the instructions, and then there should be also a section showing how to do. We still have it on the instructions because we had a little animation, if you remember, at previous. Seems like we don't have it here. So please take use that animation or watch the video to complete it, and then I'm expecting you guys to get complete 7 and 8. In the 8, I believe there are a bunch of challenges. Just pick one challenge that's completed. All right, thank you very much.